Alright guys, Dokkan time. Beast Gohan is finally here on Global, and we're going to go over how to build his hidden potential. So on the right side here, you can see that there is a 55% build, and then there is a 2 dupe plus build. His build suggestion is pretty much full additional. I would suggest defensive orbs if you can do it. And then as far as his remaining, I don't think he needs crit personally. But he also doesn't need dodge. Dodge kind of goes against his kit a little bit, but not necessarily in a negative way. Not really, anyways. I don't think dodge would hurt him, but I also don't think it would help him either. At least not right now. But anyways, we'll get more into that. I'll discuss it a little bit later on. Let's go look at his slot suggestions real quick. So as far as his leaders go, he himself is his best leader. Probably physical Ultimate Gohan would be the next best one, along with Orange Piccolo. And then he is also 200% on Broly and Gogeta's team. Now, I will say, without a doubt, that those are pretty much his only good 200% options. It's not like these other units aren't good hidden potential options. It's just the fact that in 9th anniversary post-content, Blue Zone, Tanabata post-content, damage is really scaling up. Damage is getting crazy amount. And I just feel like a lot of these units are just not able to cook as well any longer in these kind of content. It's not that you can't put Beast on any of these teams. Beast will help out any team that he is on, straight up. But as far as like a meta building team, 200% wise, this is the set of leaders that you should be aiming with Gohan. This is what you should be aiming for currently at the time of recording and writing. As far as his partners go, he generally can just run with any partner. But I've found that his best partner is just any Ultra Instinct Goku. Ultra Instinct Gokus really work well with him. I think they have like 4 or 5 links with each other. And then, of course, other Ultimate Gohans, such as Physical Beastless Gohan, Tech Ultimate Gohan. They are all very obviously perfect pairing partners. And then, of course, Orange Piccolo, or any Piccolo, will be a very good addition to be on the same rotation with him at the very least, just to get off his unit super, because he does have a unit super. His best slot position is slot 1 because he is a tank, and we'll get more into that later. But with his slot positioning and roll tips, he is a defensive unit. He doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, but he doesn't do no damage either. So his leader is Superheroes, Bond of Master and Disciple, and Miraculous Awakening 170. He gives another full 200% to Entrusted Will and Movie Heroes that are on those 3 categories. Greatly raises his attack, so he stacks his attack, and then raises defense for 1 turn on 12 key super. He greatly stacks his attack and then raises defense for 4 turns on his 18 key. And then on his unit super, he greatly raises / stacks his attack and raises his defense for 4 turns. Now, he also increases the entire rotation's crit chance by 20% and then disables an enemy's action. So that's pretty good. It's pretty useful. It helps out the team's damage output quite a bit. He can only activate this if Piccolo is on the attacking rotation. And it has to be Piccolo, Orange Piccolo. It can't be Demon King or Majin Buu absorbed. He does have an intro animation that only lasts for 5 turns. He gets Ki +8 and a crit chance of 40% and a damage reduction of 40% for 5 turns. So after 5 turns, he does lose quite a bit. He loses 40% damage reduction. He loses Ki +8. I mean, he loses the 40% crit. That's quite a huge loss after turn 5. Ki +3 attack and defense 250% and guards unconditionally at all points of time. Plus an additional attack plus 50% when attacking, and if Ki is 24 or more, chance of performing crit plus 20%. Plus an additional defense plus 80% when receiving an attack, and if Ki is 24, reduce damage received by another 20%. So as you can see right there, we already got another 20% damage reduction back. We got another crit chance plus 20% already right there, as long as he gets hit. Mind you, that damage reduction right there is 20%. That is once he gets hit. So if he receives an attack, he will get his damage reduction increased further by 20%. So on turn 1, intro, he has 40% damage reduction. He gets hit, now he has 60% damage reduction. That's how that would work. He has to get hit. Plus an additional ki +1 per ki sphere obtained. And launch an additional super attack when and all allies ki +3 within the same turn after receiving attack. See what I'm saying about the like receiving attack here? Is like he doesn't technically need to get hit, but he does want to get hit so he can support allies and he can tank better. So he does want to get hit. Let's see here. Plus an additional attack and chance of performing crit plus 20% within the same turn. And ki +1 up to +5 with each attack received. So basically after 5 attacks, he has auto crits. If he gets hit 5 times, he has auto crits. And then he's got an excessive amount of extra ki. He then also has a chance of performing a critical hit plus 20%, reduced damage received by 20%, and all allies ki +2 starting from the character's next attacking turn after the character attacks 5 or more times in battle or receives an attack 8 or more times in battle. More than likely, you will get hit 8 times before you perform 5 attacks, but you never know. He does have an active skill. That is his all-target super attack. Not super attack, but all-target active skill. Ki +24, defense +158, directs enemies attack towards the character, and all attacks become crit. Very good skill. You can only activate it. You can activate it like right away. It's literally the next turn. You can activate this turn 3. Basically, they should have just said turn 3, but at the same time, they once again want him to get hit. His links are all in the family: Saiyan Warrior Race, Infighter, Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle, and Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Obviously, if you can get all in the family off, that's awesome, but more than likely, you're not going to be getting this link off. I can say for sure that if we get a unit down the line on a 200% lead with him, that is a solid slot 2 option that has all in the family. I think it would be really good. Now, don't get me wrong, Beastless Gohan is a very good option, but at the same time, he's very heavy RNG related, and he can still get you killed. Other than that, I mean, a lot of your slot other options for like team-wise, you're kind of running low on the 200% teams. 170, you got a couple options. Ultimate Gohan, and maybe 23rd World Tournament Goku. I would say that could be another option, but otherwise, I mean, there's not too many crazy amount of partners with all in the family. I'm not seeing it. Is there no God Goku? No, there's not. Fizz God Goku does not have all in the family. Pan is an option. I think I saw Pan on here. She has all in the family. Pan is still dodge or die, so I mean, it's entirely up to you if you want to bring Pan along. Just like with Beastless Gohan, Pan is a good partner-esque floating unit for Beast Gohan. He does have quite a good amount of categories. I would say literally any team that you can put Beastless Gohan on, he's good, and he will help, and he will carry. But yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much it as far as his entire kit goes. Let's go look at his defense numbers again. So as far as his defense numbers go, I mean, he can hit up to 1.4 on a 200% team with all of his defensive links activated after triple supering and having 40% support. It is quite a bit. You have to carry a super attack defense stack from the previous turn. You do need quite a bit to have this stay stable. But this is why guard helps a lot. He's got 40% damage reduction at all times. Otherwise, he has 60 to 80% damage reduction almost at every given point of time. So, I mean, he's sitting pretty good. I mean, you might think 1.4 mil, that's pretty low, right? No, it's not that low. He's got guard. He's got 40 to 60 to 80% damage reduction depending on the turn point and how many hits he's taken. So, I mean, he's an insanely good tank. Great good tank. But yeah, I mean, he just helps out anyone. He's got shocking speed and prepared for battle, so he's already linking with a good portion of units all around. But I think the key thing that will make his partner a very viable partner would be one that has all in the family, because that's 20% defense. That's a huge amount, no matter what way you look at it. Otherwise, you're probably more than likely only going to be having legendary power, fierce battle, shocking speed, and prepared for... I thought he had prepared for battle. Does he not have prepared for battle? I swear he had prepared for battle. I swear he had prepared for battle. He does have prepared for battle. That's what I thought. So, I mean, just like God Goku, physical God Goku, he has like 2 out of 3 major key links that you can definitely get supported with. So that's why I kind of suggest him with like Ultra Instinct Gokus with shocking speed and legendary powers. Some of them, I think Saiyan Warrior Race with like Vegeta. But yeah, I mean, he's got a decent amount of links. He's not here for damage though. He's a tank. Beast Gohan's a tank. I hope people are very aware that Beast Gohan is not doing an absurd amount of damage. He is here to tank in slot 1. He's here to take that hit. That's just what he's here for. And that's what makes him the best unit in the game. He has a very good leader skill. He's helping the entire team out with supporting with crit, supporting with ki, tanking virtually everything in the game except for literally the Goku Frieza fight in Blue Zone that just released on Tanabata. And even then, he can still tank it if he supers first. But if he doesn't super first, Gohan can get killed, unfortunately. But that is so far that is his eclipsed moment. Like, I think the little over 3 million damage is his breaking point where he starts taking an absurd amount of damage and it takes out a chunk of your health. So that is something to be warned if you use Beast Gohan, especially if you have lower dupes. But overall, solid unit, love him. I think he's fantastic. As far as his partners go, let me know what partner or teams you decide to use. Because this right here, this is just 200% 9th anniversary meta. That's the only reason it's built like this. Otherwise, probably in 5 or 6 months, this role tip could be 100% changed. I am counting on it changing, I hope, actually. So, let me know how you're going to decide to build your Beast Gohan, guys. And I hope you have a good day and a good night.